The Senate has just confirmed Donald Trump's controversial pick to lead the FBI, Kash Patel. He was confirmed in a narrow 51-49 vote, with Republican Senators Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski both voting against him, all other Republicans voting for him.
Patel is a Trump loyalist, as you know, who worked for him during his first administration. He's been a fierce critic of the FBI in the past and has vowed to bring reform to the agency that he believes has become corrupted. Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas joining us now for more. Pierre, let's talk about the changes that we should expect now that Patel is going to head the FBI.
Well, before we get to that, I think one of the things we should probably point out, Kira and Terry, is that this was the most partisan vote, as far as I can tell, in U.S. history in regard to an FBI director. In the past, you'd had directors that would be confirmed with, very significant bipartisan voting, certainly nothing on the scale where all the Democrats, not a single Democrat, voted for Kash Patel. In terms of what we can expect at the FBI, I think you can expect this director to pay particular attention to the administration's position on fighting illegal immigration. The FBI has already been deployed to help out in that regard. I think you will see Patel echo that focus. Clearly, the other thing that has happened is that under Chris Wray, the previous leadership under Chris Wray has already been moved out of the FBI. We can expect Patel to look for more people that he might believe were part of what members of the Trump administration believe was the weaponization of the FBI. So those are things we have to look for. But the other thing is we just don't know how this will play out, because that job and that particular agency has responsibility for protecting the country against terrorism, espionage, and all manner of other things that will be front and center when he takes a job, and that will impact how all this unfolds for sure.
Yeah, it's a big, important job, narrowly confirmed, as you say. And, if you listen to sort of the whisperings behind the scenes, there were a lot more Republicans who probably, if it had been a free vote, would have voted against him. Didn't happen. He's the FBI director. Why were people concerned? And what are you hearing from inside the agency about that? Inside the Bureau, excuse me.
The biggest concern that was expressed on Capitol Hill is the notion that Patel was seen as very partisan. He was on the campaign trail at different points with former President and now President Trump when he was running for office. He had written some things and made statements about enemies of the former president and now president. And so there is a concern that this is a person who is more loyal than focused on doing the job of being FBI director. In fairness to Kash Patel, we're going to have to see how he performs in the job. And again, having covered that agency for more than 20 years, the kinds of issues in terms of the different kinds of threats that will be on the table for him to deal with every day, we'll have to see how that impacts his view of the job and the people that serve in those jobs to protect the American people.
Yeah, big job, as I say. Pierre Thomas, who's been covering this for decades, thank you very much. We look forward to being on this beat in the future. Thanks very much, Pierre.